So today I'll be talking about the Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder situation. I've been following the situation closely since April when Wilder fought Ortiz. I think that was March actually. Yeah, when he had the great scrap with Ortiz, and the whole Joshua Wilder situation is just, these guys are starting to play on the intelligence of the fans now, I think. And I just think it's just unfair to be milking the fans for their benefit, and then trying to turn the fans against each other just to create more hype, publicity, and promotion. This is the game. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to just make more, create more hype for the fight, and then in doing that, we are all biased in the way we handle these situations. And I've said that because I've watched videos from, Hartman in the UK, Hartman Strikes Back in the UK, and this person is incredibly biased towards Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn camp, because he's always on about how Wilder's never earned 50 million in his life, and how Wilder needs to just sign the fight irrespective and sign it for next year, and that's a good 9 months away, April 2019. A lot could happen between now and then. So that's the UK guys and the Hartman Strikes Back and Sporting Icons, I think, the other channel. They're on one side of the pond, and you've got these American guys as well, the likes of Blue Bloods, Fanon, and this other guy, Boxing Eagle. They're all trying to stir up the fact that Eddie Hearn is a liar, and the way Anthony Joshua has been a coward, and just pretty much putting out everything Wilder and his team say, like as if that's a fact, even without any physical evidence to all this talk. Here's my observation. Both promoters are just playing the game. Shelley Finkel obviously looking out for Wilder and looking out for himself as well. They're both trying to make most money from the fight, and this is the same for Eddie Hearn. And Eddie Hearn probably being the more younger and more ambitious kind of promoter, he will try to undercut Wilder as far as he could, as far as Wilder allows him to, pretty much, And to be honest, before this fight could happen, someone would get cheated. That's just a fact. Someone would get cheated. So I'm not against Wilder looking out for himself, but then when Wilder is looking out for himself, he shouldn't be making it out as if he's doing Joshua a favor, saying things like take the 50 million and sign and stuff like that. That's just playing with people's intelligence, pretty much, because it's a fact that Wilder doesn't really earn as much as Joshua currently, and everyone knows that. That's been factored into the negotiations, I believe. But from the way things have been panning, it appears that both teams want to have their cake and eat it at the same time, because nobody's willing to budge. In the ideal world for Eddie Hearn, he wants to get Wilder signed to himself, and like I said before, he's this ambitious young promoter, and he wants to make most money from it. And this goes the same goes for AJ as well. AJ already said it, that he wants to become the first boxing billionaire. I think Floyd already beat him to that, so he probably would be aiming for 10 billion now, because Floyd is the first billionaire, I guess. So pretty much, man, I think Joshua going on about he's not doing it for the money, he's doing it for the legacy, he's doing it for the fans and all of that. Those are just BS. You're doing it to get the most pay. You're a businessman, you're a sportsman, and you are an incredibly intelligent person. So there isn't no reason why you shouldn't, make the most out of this, especially knowing that this is not a sport that you would be in for a long time. So I just think bottom line is everyone needs to be a bit more transparent and truthful. I know that people put that down as a wishful thinking, because that's what promoters do. They like salesmen, they lie, they cheat and all of that. And all I'm saying is all these YouTube channels trying to make it out like this is the person cheating, this is the person cheating. It needs to everyone needs to calm down, because both Shelley Finkel and Eddie Hearn, both of them are putting out lies and trying to make out front and things like that. They're just trying to feed themselves. They don't really care about the fight. It's just another fight. I bet Eddie Hearn has been thinking of the next person to replace Joshua as well. So Joshua's smart as well, and I know Joshua knows that. So these guys, they're just trying to recoup their investments, you know, or make most money that they can. So at the end, came out and said things like he's going to give Wilder 15 million for the fight, and give him 5 million as well, you know, to get a stay busy fight. You know, that's dodgy. Nobody gives you free money, especially not from the enemy camp, you know. So, you know, Eddie needs to get off the BS as well, you know. Call it as it is, give Wilder a percentage, stop the flash fee stuff, you know. If you're able to give Parker 33 or 34%, you know, Wilder deserves probably similar percentage or even more. So do it fair. If you guys are interested in the fight, I mean the promoters, let's get the fight done. You know, 65-35. That way there's no there's no complaint. You know, Wilder know for sure he's getting a very good and reasonable piece of the pie, and AJ knows he's getting the lion's share. And may the best man win. You know, so I think Wilder has a right to get the best for himself. However, Wilder needs to stop making it out, you know, like he's all gangster and all of that. You know, he needs to, you know, take a chill pill as well and let this fight happen. Otherwise, if this fight doesn't happen, the way I see it is AJ is happy to keep on going with his career like he's always said, and he will keep on making decent money, you know, probably not in the billion range, but he's going to make a lot of money, and that's going to be a lot more than Wilder will ever make. So if this fight doesn't happen, I think the loser will be Wilder, because, you know, at the end of the day, he's the one that's not getting paid. Let's be clear on that point. Wilder is the guy that's not getting paid in this equation. You know, the only thing is, and let's hope he hangs on to the belt. That's another thing, because right now it's Joshua Wilder, but you never can say in the next 2-3 years what's going to happen. You know, all these young lions coming through, one of them could just be incredible and blow all these guys out of the water. So, you know, all I say is make Ace Wilder sunshine, and, you know, there's going to be compromise. You know, Wilder needs to look at what he's going to gain if he beats Joshua. So if the money looks small, he should even be motivated, you know, so that he would be in the position Joshua is now, and he will be the one calling the shots. You know, so, and then for the boxing channels that keep making videos like, you know, trying to make it out like one champion is scared of another. Look, guys, none of you guys could lace a glove or get in the ring with any of these people. So let's cut them some slack. You know, let's stop inciting people for views and likes and things like that. You know, it's an insult to the people watching the video. You're trying to make it out like these people are just dumb. You know, that's wrong. You know, get off Wilder's nuts, and get off AJ's nuts as well. You know, peace out.